Everyone and welcome to my channel Options Trader Today. So today in this video I'll explain you how the price of silver has moved in the month of November and how the price of silver can move in the next 2 weeks of November. See, if you look at the trend of silver, what we have seen quite a good volatile market for silver in the after 2010 to a level of 2012. This is where the price went from $8 to a level of $50. There's sharp rise in just 1 year, okay, 1-2 years. After that we have seen there was a continuous fall, and this is the range where the price of silver was for quite some time. Okay, now after that what we have seen, there is a sharp fall has come and made a level of around $11.466 when the pandemic arises, and after that it started recovering and was moving in this particular zone. Okay, and once this zone breaks downside, and what we have seen, it has already made a low of around 17, and from there we have seen a bounce back. Okay, and continuously it is trying to move upside from last 3 months. Okay, but it is moving slowly but in a ascending order, as you can see. So what we can see in the next 2 days or next 2 weeks of November, if you have any doubt, mail me at stockmarkettradinglive@gmail.com, and one more mail ID in the description. Doubt regarding silver on any other commodity, even stock. Okay, and a telegram link also I've given in the description. You can join that. To now look at this particular chart. Suppose if the price sustain this particular level, then a chances of moving further upside will be there to a level of $21.362. Keep this in mind, because a trend we can see is on the upper side till the time it is not going below a level of 18.140. there we can see it can move further upside. Okay, now suppose if the price sustain this level, we can see it can move towards a level of $21.362, and if that level goes further upside, then a chances are very high it can go towards a level of $22.283. Okay, and you have to understand that this is the level. If it sustain, a probability of touching 22.283 will be there, and this level is already being a weak resistance, so chances will be very high that we can see it can move further upside and can touch a level of $23.214, and then from there further upside. Okay, because you can see that this is the range where the price of silver was for most of the time. Okay, and this particular high is at around $23, you can say, and after that if you look at, this is a high of 25.160. so these are some of the resistance which is, if it, then we can see a bounce back can come. So what we can see, suppose if this level sustain above a level of $21.236, then we can see it can move towards a level of $22.283 to a level of $22.628. once if it sustain above that level, then chances will be high of going towards a level of $23.319, and from there we can see it can go further upside towards a level of $25.390. This is a monthly chart I am showing you. If I show you a weekly chart, you will understand much better. Look at this particular chart. See what it is trying to make, a U pattern forming. So if this level sustain, then a probability of going towards a level of 22.186 will be there, and from there 22.496, which is a weak resistance, so chances of moving further upside will be there, and then we can see it can go towards a level of 23.362. that is where I have told you that it can move further upside if the price break this particular zone. Okay, and if that level sustain, then a probability of touching 24.665 is there. Before that we can see a resistance coming at around $24.252. Okay, and this is a weak resistance, so chances of moving further upside will be there, and we can see it can go towards a level of around 25.491, and from there we can see it can move further upside. So you have to keep this in mind. Once a zone break, we can see it will come again in this particular zone. Okay, but if you look at this price, if this level didn't sustain, what we can see, suppose if the price didn't sustain this particular level, because we have seen the silver also have shown same amount of volatility as compared to other like gold and crude, because some of the data has come, CPI data, Fed rate increases, US dollar getting strengthened. If suppose if the US dollar getting strengthened, what if any other countries they have to pay more for buying the same amount of silver, gold or any other commodities. Okay, and the CPI data, the inflation has been increasing. Okay, and the Fed is continuously increasing their rate. This is where, and the next month also are there that the Fed can increase again interest rate for the next month also. Okay, as looking up at the data. So what we can see, suppose if this price didn't sustain, we can see it can come towards its next support of around $20.786, and if that level goes and if that level goes further down, then we can see it can move further down towards a level of $19.953. Okay, keep this in mind. If the price goes below a level of around this particular resistance of $20.653, then we can see it can move towards a level of 20.186. okay, and if the price move below that particular level, then we can see it can touch a level of $19.953 to a level of $19.720. okay, and if the price move below that particular level, then we can see it can come down towards a level of $19.020. okay, and from there we can see it can go further down, and a probability of touching 18.670 is there. okay, and once the price move below that particular level, then chances will be high that we can see it can move further down towards a level of $18.320, and from there we can see it can move further down towards a level of around $18.024. okay, and from there if that level also didn't sustain, and a probability of touching in the zone of around $17.854 to a level of around $17.357. okay, and if the price move below that particular level also, then a probability of going towards a level of around $17.0367 to a level of $16.857. and if the price move below that level, then a probability will be high that we can see it can move further down. So you have to keep this in mind. If the price fall below a level of 17, then chances will be very high that we can see it can move further low, and a probability of going in this particular zone will be there, and a probability of going towards a level of 16.85 is there, and from there we can see it can go towards a level of around 16.221, and then further low if the price goes below a level of 17. That you have to understand. okay, any doubt regarding this, you can mail me. I've given the mail IDs in the description. okay, so understand something. If you're trading, you have to be very careful. okay, suppose if you're trading with $10,000, try to trade with 10 to 15% of capital per trade. okay, suppose if you took 5 trades, and risk should be 0.5 to 1% per trade, that comes to $50 to $100 per trade. okay, suppose if you lose all 5s, your maximum loss will be $500, 100 per trade. okay, why? It will affect your psychology. okay, suppose if you made more of losses, suppose $1,000 or $2,000, then it will affect your psychology for the next day, and then if you trade next day, you can lose more of your amounts. okay, some of things I teach in my workshop. If you want to attend the workshop, mail me regarding that, and we can work out on the timings. So hope you like the video, and if you like the video, please give a thumbs up, and if you're new to my